Good morning, everyone. It's been an honor to participate in my first ASEAN ministerial meetings here in Singapore. I want to first thank Foreign Minister Balakrishnan for hosting. We've reaffirmed our strong bilateral relationship, and it's great to be back in Singapore again after having been here in June. We remain grateful for Singapore's support of President Trump's successful summit back in June, and we appreciate Singapore's dedicated efforts to promote a resilient and innovative ASEAN during this past year. I also appreciate the opportunity to have met with Prime Minister Lee to discuss the critically important and strategic U.S.-Singapore partnership. And I'd like here to pause just for a moment to offer my condolences on behalf of the United States to the people of Laos regarding the recent unfortunate tragedy and loss of life from the dam breach. We have disaster relief experts on the ground and are supporting Lao authorities and international humanitarian organizations with needed assistance. Our condolences also go to the victims of recent flooding and landslides in Myanmar and the earthquake in Indonesia. Throughout my ASEAN-centered engagements these past days, I've conveyed President Trump's commitment to this vital part of the world that continues to grow in importance. Security has been a major focus of our conversations. As part of our commitment to advancing regional security in the Indo-Pacific, the United States is excited to announce nearly $300 million in new funding to reinforce security cooperation throughout the entire region. This new security assistance will advance our shared priorities, especially to strengthen maritime security, develop humanitarian assistance and peacekeeping capabilities, and enhance programs that counter transnational threats. I've also emphasized the importance of maintaining diplomatic and economic pressure on North Korea to achieve the final fully verified denuclearization of the DPRK, as agreed to by Chairman Kim. It's worth remembering this isn't just an American security goal. It is clear our partners and allies within ASEAN know how important the denuclearization of North Korea is for their own security. I called on them to strictly enforce all sanctions, including the complete shutdown of illegal ship-to-ship transfers of petroleum destined for North Korea. We have seen reports that Russia is allowing for joint ventures with North Korean firms and granting new work permits to North Korean guest workers. If these reports prove accurate, and we have every reason to believe that they are, that would be in violation of UN Security Council Resolution 2375. I want to remind every nation that has supported these resolutions that this is a serious issue and something that we will discuss with Moscow. We expect the Russians and all countries to abide by the UN Security Council resolutions and enforce sanctions on North Korea. Any violation that detracts from the world's goal of finally fully denuclearizing North Korea would be something that America would take very seriously. In addition, while here at ASEAN, I raised concerns about Chinese militarization of the South China Sea and the importance of maintaining a rules-based order in the region. And we discussed advancing cooperation on counterterrorism, including addressing the threat of foreign terrorist fighters returning to the region and cybersecurity. While reaffirming our support for Myanmar's ongoing democratic transition, we also addressed the important steps required to resolve the continuing humanitarian crisis in the Rakhine State. Progress on these and other critical security issues is essential to a free and open Indo-Pacific. ASEAN will remain at the center of this effort. A free Indo-Pacific is one in which every citizen can exercise his or her fundamental rights without any constraint. Regarding the issue of good governance, we regret the elections in Cambodia were neither free nor fair. The Cambodian people deserve better. Economically, President Trump recognizes the long-term strategic importance of one of the world's most competitive regions. The Indo-Pacific has been and will be a major engine of economic growth, and President Trump wants to make sure America and all countries can responsibly reap the benefits of all current and future opportunities. The United States is committed to doing just that, according to our values, the rule of law, transparency, and good governance. As I said earlier this week, the United States practices partnership economics. We seek partnership, not dominance. Earlier this week, at the Indo-Pacific Business Forum hosted by the United States Chamber of Commerce, I outlined the Trump administration's economic strategy for advancing a free and open Indo-Pacific. And I talked about why U.S. businesses' engagement in the region is crucial to our mission of promoting peace, stability, and prosperity. There's no better force for prosperity in the world than American businesses. When nations partner with American firms, they can have confidence they are working with the most scrupulous, well-run, and transparent companies in the world. As a down payment on a new era in America's economic commitment to a free and open Indo-Pacific, I announced at the forum $113 million in new U.S. government resources to support foundational areas of the future: the digital economy, energy, and infrastructure. In addition, the Trump administration is working with Congress to encourage the passage of the BUILD Act. It recently passed the U.S. House of Representatives and now before the United States Senate. Under this bill, the government's development finance capacity would more than double to $60 billion to support U.S. private investment in strategic opportunities abroad. These initiatives are strategic investments designed to support our partners' engagement with American companies, the greatest force for prosperity in the world. As part of the $113 million, I announced this week $10 million in funding to support economic programming, much of which will fall under the U.S. ASEAN Connect program. The United States will continue to work with our partners to foster regional security, fair and reciprocal economic partnerships, and good governments, so that independent nations of the Indo-Pacific region can prosper side by side in freedom and peace. Last year, we celebrated 50 years of ASEAN's success. This year, we look forward to ASEAN's continued centrality in the Indo-Pacific region as we celebrate a fruitful U.S.-ASEAN strategic partnership.